Africa, a continent forged in the fires of time, where nature paints on a canvas of endless skies and golden horizons. Here, life is a delicate dance between power and vulnerability. We begin our journey with the true architects of this landscape, the African elephant. Moving with a silent, heavy grace, these colossal beings carry the memories of generations within their ancient herds. A mother guides her calf through the dry brush, a reminder that in this harsh environment, family is the ultimate shield. Their every step shapes the land, clearing paths and digging for hidden water, breathing life into the wilderness around them. But where the gentle giants tread, the apex predators are never far behind. On a solitary mound, a pride of lions keeps watch. The lioness, a masterpiece of evolutionary stealth, scans the shimmering heat of the savanna. Next to her, the younger cubs learn the art of patience. Their eyes are fixed on the horizon, measuring the distance, waiting for the perfect moment. In this kingdom, a single mistake can mean the difference between a feast and starvation. The tension is palpable, the wild is watching. Suddenly, the horizon shifts. The peaceful stillness is broken by a low rumble that vibrates through the earth. Thousands of wildebeests gather at the banks of a treacherous river. This is the Great Migration, a relentless, chaotic pursuit of fresh grass and water. Panic sets in as the first brave soul leaps into the muddy currents. Soon, a cascading torrent of hooves and dust plunges into the water. It is a scene of pure, unadulterated desperation. Every animal fights against the powerful river currents, driven by an ancient instinct that refuses to be suppressed. As the dust settles, a different kind of survival reveals itself. On the calmer plains, giraffes stretch toward the sky, feeding on the thorny acacia trees that other animals cannot reach. Below them, a dazzle of zebras moves in perfect synchronization, their stripes creating a dizzying illusion for watching predators. Nearby, a spotted hyena sits quietly, its sharp mind calculating its next move. And along the riverbeds, baboons forage in tight-knit social groups, their playful chatter masking an ever-present alertness. Even the youngest cheetah cubs, stepping out from the safety of their den, must quickly learn to navigate this beautiful yet unforgiving world. Water is the currency of survival here. From high above, the river systems look like the veins of the continent, pumping life into the dry plains. A massive herd of elephants lines up, creating a living bridge across the waterway. They cross with a calculated rhythm, ensuring the small ones are safely sandwiched between the heavy adults. In the shallows, pods of hippos submerge themselves to escape the scorching sun, looking like smooth boulders in a sea of green lilies. Every creature, big and small, eventually converges at these lifelines. When the herds break into the open, the true scale of the Serengeti becomes breathtaking. Wildebeests scatter across the plains in a sudden burst of energy, running simply for the joy of movement or perhaps spooked by a passing shadow. Gazelles leap through the wetlands with weightless agility, their white bellies flashing against the green grass. Overhead, flocks of waterbirds take flight, their wings cutting through the air in perfect formation. It is a grand display of freedom, a chaotic harmony that has repeated for millions of years. As the relentless sun begins its descent, it paints the African sky in deep hues of gold, orange, and crimson. As the relentless sun begins its descent, it paints the African sky in deep hues of gold, orange, and crimson. The day's struggles fade into the shadows. The hippos emerge from the water as the air cools, their deep grunts echoing across the darkening river. A lone lioness rests in the grass, her silhouette a symbol of quiet dominance against the setting sun. The great herds slow their pace, preparing for the dangers of the night. This is Africa, unforgiving, yet breathtakingly beautiful. A place where every sunrise demands a struggle, and every sunset celebrates survival. The cycle of life continues, unbroken and eternal. In the vast, sun-drenched plains of East Africa, time seems to move to a rhythm as old as the earth itself. Rising majestically in the background, the snow-capped peak of Mount Kilimanjaro stands as a silent sentinel over one of the most spectacular wildernesses on earth. Here, in the heart of the savanna, roam the true monarchs of the land, the African elephants. These magnificent creatures, with their weathered skin and colossal presence, are the architects of the landscape. Moving with a slow, deliberate grace, they navigate the rich green grasslands, their powerful trunks plucking at the low shrubs. Every step they take is filled with purpose. For these elephants, the savanna is not just a home. It is a complex web of memory, family, and survival. As the morning mist gently clears from the slopes of the great mountain, the day's journey begins. An elephant herd is a masterpiece of social structure, led by a wise, experienced matriarch. She holds the map of the wilderness in her mind, knowing exactly where to find water during droughts and where the sweetest grasses grow after the rains. Look closely at the younger ones, closely following the adults. Protection is a collective duty here. As they walk in a single file line across the golden plains, a white egret flies nearby, a common companion, waiting to catch insects stirred up by the heavy footsteps of the giants. But life here is a continuous march. A larger congregation of herds forms a massive procession moving across the terrain. Together, they possess an unstoppable strength. Yet, despite their size, their movements are surprisingly quiet, a gentle rustle against the wind. As the sun climbs higher, casting a warm golden glow over the earth, the landscape opens up to reveal the incredible diversity of the African plains. Suddenly, the sky is dotted with vibrant colors as hot air balloons drift silently over the trees. From above, the true scale of this paradise becomes breathtakingly clear. On the ground, other iconic residents make their appearance. A solitary giraffe stands tall among the acacia bushes, its long neck reaching for the leaves that no other animal can touch. Its spotted coat blends perfectly with the shadows of the trees. Nearby, a large herd of gazelles and impalas grazes peacefully, their ears constantly twitching, listening for the slightest sound of danger. And then, a sudden flash of black and white stripes. A dazzle of zebras sweeps across the grassland, moving together in a beautiful, synchronized motion to confuse potential predators. Where there are massive herds, the ultimate hunters are never far behind. Sitting atop a grassy mound, a pride of lions watches the plains with sharp, calculated intensity. The lionesses, the primary hunters of the pride, communicate with subtle glances. On a massive rock formation, a solitary lioness rests, elevated above the world. From this natural fortress, she has a panoramic view of the moving banquet below. Her calm expression is deceiving. Her muscles are tense, ready to switch from absolute stillness to explosive speed in a heartbeat. The relationship between predator and prey is a delicate dance. It is not driven by malice, but by the raw necessity of survival. Every animal on these plains plays a vital role in maintaining the perfect balance of this ancient ecosystem. As the dry season takes hold, a dramatic transformation occurs. The sky turns a heavy, bruised gray, and a low thunder rolls across the horizon. It is the signal for one of the greatest wildlife spectacles on Earth, the Great Migration. Thousands upon thousands of wildebeests form an endless line that stretches to the horizon. Driven by an ancient instinct, they move in a relentless search for fresh grass and water. The dust kicks up into the air as millions of hooves beat against the dry earth. The migration is a test of endurance. Weakness means death, and only the strongest will survive the treacherous journey. Lions follow the edges of the herds, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike, while the wildebeests push forward, united by a single, powerful will to live. As evening approaches, the intense heat of the day begins to fade. The elephant herds gather once more in the open marshlands, using their trunks to spray dust over their backs to protect their skin from the insects and the fading sun. A pride of lions walks slowly through the tall grass, their golden coats glowing in the twilight. The day is ending, but the cycle of life never stops. The savanna prepares for the night, a time when new dramas will unfold under the cover of darkness. This is the eternal savanna, a place of raw beauty, harsh realities, and majestic wonders. A land where every creature, from the smallest insect to the mighty elephant, lives in perfect harmony under the watchful gaze of Kilimanjaro. For the plains zebra, unity is everything. As they thunder across the dust-choked grass, their striking stripes blur together, creating a moving optical illusion that confuses predators. Each zebra's pattern is as unique as a human fingerprint, yet together, they move as a single, unstoppable force. As the terrain shifts from golden dust to lush green valleys, we encounter the gentle giants of the savanna, the giraffes. Towering high above the shrubs, they act as the natural sentinels of the plains. From their lofty vantage point, they can spot danger from miles away, providing an early warning system for all surrounding wildlife. And danger is never far behind. Hidden within the tall grass, a pride of lionesses keeps watch. They are the true rulers of this domain. With calculating eyes, they observe the horizon. In this ecosystem, every movement matters, and every breath could be the difference between a successful hunt and another day of hunger. Perched high upon a rocky kopje, a lioness rests. These ancient rock formations serve as perfect lookouts and safe havens. But resting time is short. Below, the landscape comes alive with a chaotic symphony of grunts and hooves. Thousands of blue wildebeests join the migration. Driven by an unstoppable instinct, they seek the fresh grass brought by the seasonal rains. They travel in columns that stretch as far as the eye can see, facing exhaustion, treacherous terrain, and the ever-present threat of predators lurking in the shadows. While the lionesses hunt, the males guard the territory. With majestic manes blowing in the wind, these brothers rule their pride with quiet authority. Their mere presence is enough to command respect from every living thing on the savanna. But the plains are home to many survival strategies. The ostrich relies on unmatched speed and sharp eyesight. And then, there is the ghost of the savanna, the cheetah, a masterpiece of evolutionary engineering. Built for unparalleled speed, the cheetah scans the horizon, waiting for the perfect moment to unleash its explosive power. As the dust settles, a formidable force emerges. The African buffalo, often considered one of the most dangerous animals on the continent. Their strength lies in their fierce loyalty to the herd. Few predators dare to challenge a healthy, adult buffalo, especially when surrounded by its protective family. Nearby, the giraffes continue their peaceful grazing, using their long, prehensile tongues to carefully pluck leaves from the thorny acacia trees. It is a beautiful display of coexistence, different species sharing the same land, each finding its own niche to survive. As the sun begins its descent, casting long shadows over the earth, the pace of life changes. Zebras make their way across dirt tracks, eager to find a safe spot before the darkness sets in. Nighttime belongs to the hunters, and finding shelter is paramount. Even a group of young lions takes a moment to rest on the warm soil of the road. Soon, they will learn the art of the night hunt. But for now, they enjoy the final rays of the African sun, basking in the peaceful golden hour that transforms this brutal landscape into a paradise. No story of the savanna is complete without its greatest engineers, the elephants. Moving in tight-knit matriarchal families, they carve paths through the dense brush, creating clearing spaces for other animals to thrive. Their wisdom and memory guide the herd through generations. Finally, we reach the lifeblood of the savanna, the river. Here, a pod of hippos submerged in the cool waters finds refuge from the scorching heat. Water is the ultimate prize, the final destination, and the source of all life. The African savanna is a place of harsh realities, but also of breathtaking harmony. It is a world where every creature, big or small, plays a vital role in the great circle of life. As night falls, the rhythm continues, a timeless dance of survival under the endless African sky. The golden sun rises over the endless horizons of the African savanna. A gentle breeze sweeps through the dry grass, carrying with it the scent of a new day. Standing tall against the wilderness is the ultimate symbol of power, the male lion. His thick mane catches the morning light as he surveys his territory. Every glance is deliberate, every movement commanding. He does not just live here, he rules here. For miles around, his presence is felt. The wilderness is quiet, holding its breath, waiting to see what the king will do next. As the day warms up, life shifts toward the water. From high above, the landscape transforms into a vibrant green oasis. A herd of antelopes gracefully navigates through the marshlands, leaving perfectly carved tracks in the wet grass. They move in unison, a defensive strategy against the unseen dangers hidden in the landscape. Here, water brings life, but it also brings vulnerability. Every sip from the shallow pools requires absolute alertness. The savanna never sleeps, and survival belongs only to the vigilant. Back on dry land, the king is on the move. Walking down a dusty trail, the lone lion patrols the borders of his kingdom. A safari vehicle sits in the distance, a silent observer to this raw display of nature. The lion pays no mind to the humans. His focus is locked on his terrain. This path is familiar, yet filled with daily challenges. To maintain control over a pride, a male must constantly show his strength, walking miles under the scorching sun just to remind rivals that this land is taken. Away from the open paths, under the protective shade of a low acacia tree, a different story unfolds. A cheetah mother rests with her growing cubs. Unlike the loud dominance of the lion, the cheetah relies on secrecy and unmatched speed. The cubs stay close to their mother, learning the art of camouflage. Their spotted coats blend perfectly with the dry leaves and twigs. The mother's eyes are sharp, constantly scanning the plains. She must protect her young from larger predators while preparing for the next high-speed hunt. As the afternoon fades into twilight, the sky paints itself in shades of pink and gold. A family of African elephants gathers at a calm riverbank. These are the true architectural engineers of the savanna. Their massive silhouettes reflect beautifully in the still water. Watching them drink and interact reveals their deep social bonds. The older matriarchs guide the family, sharing generations of knowledge about where to find water during the toughest dry seasons. It is a moment of pure peace in an otherwise brutal world. The landscape changes as the mighty, snow-capped peaks of Mount Kilimanjaro emerge through the clouds. At its base, the elephant herds continue their timeless journey. Mothers guide their tiny, clumsy calves through the lush green fields. The contrast between the massive, ancient mountain and the fragile new life below is breathtaking. The elephants move with a slow, rhythmic grace, their heavy steps creating a heartbeat for the plains. Here, nature operates on a scale that humbles anyone who witnesses it. As the sun begins to set completely, hot air balloons drift silently over the trees, offering a bird's-eye view of this paradise. Below, a majestic giraffe walks elegantly through the tall grass, stopping to feed on the highest leaves of an acacia bush. The savanna begins to wrap itself in the shadows of the night. From the smallest cub to the largest elephant, every creature has played its part in the daily cycle of survival. As darkness falls, the wilderness prepares for a different kind of energy, proving that the spirit of Africa remains forever wild, untamed, and free. We begin our journey in the vast savannas, where the ultimate masters of speed and stealth reside. Look closely at the cheetah. Built for unmatched acceleration, its eyes are locked on the horizon. Every breath is calculated, every muscle is tense. In this open theater of life and death, the cheetah relies on explosive bursts of energy to secure its next meal. Just a short distance away, resting under the shade of the acacia trees, is a symbol of a different kind of power. A lion cub. For now, it is calm, almost gentle. But hidden behind those innocent eyes lies the DNA of Africa's undisputed king. Soon, this cub will grow to rule the pride, learning the art of cooperation and sheer force that makes the lion the ultimate ruler of the plains. As the sun rises higher, the true scale of the African wilderness reveals itself. The savanna is an endless sea of gold, dotted with ancient trees. Moving gracefully through this terrain is the giraffe. Towering above all else, these gentle giants navigate the landscape with a slow, almost poetic stride. Their height gives them a unique vantage point, a natural watchtower against hidden dangers. But the peace of the savanna is temporary. Below the giants, a great commotion begins. Thousands of wildebeest are on the move. This is the Great Migration, a relentless, chaotic journey driven by the search for fresh grass and water. They move as a single, massive wave, kicking up dust and echoing across the valleys. It is a spectacular display of life in motion, where safety is found only in numbers. Where there is life, there must be water. At the edge of a tranquil lake, a herd of zebras gathers. Their striking black and white stripes create a mesmerizing reflection on the glassy surface. This optical illusion is a vital defense mechanism, confusing predators trying to pick out a single target from the herd. As we move into the lush wetlands, the abundance of food creates a temporary sanctuary where different species coexist in a fragile peace. But in Africa, complacency is deadly. Danger is always watching, often from above. High up in the branches of an old baobab tree, a leopard moves with silent perfection. It stretches, sharpening its claws, preparing for the hunt. The leopard is a solitary ghost, a master of ambush who turns the canopy into a launching pad for death. Leaving the wetlands behind, we journey into a completely different world, the Namib Desert. Here, the landscape is dominated by towering, rust-red sand dunes and cracked, ancient clay pans. It seems impossible that anything could survive in this barren furnace. Yet, life finds a way. The oryx, or gemsbok, is a true masterpiece of desert adaptation. With their long, rapier-like horns, they stand proudly against the burning sun. They can survive for weeks without drinking water, absorbing moisture from sparse vegetation and raising their body temperature to avoid sweating. Joining them are the desert elephants. Traveling vast distances across dry riverbeds, these intelligent giants map the desert using memories passed down through generations to find hidden underground springs. In the deepest parts of the desert, a lone giraffe walks across the shimmering sands, looking like a mirage in the heat distortion. Even the zebras adapt, walking in single file across the white, dusty plains. Suddenly, the red dunes meet a different kind of predator. A cheetah stalks the desert floor, using the contours of the sand dunes to camouflage its approach. But Africa is a land of dramatic contrasts. Where the dry rivers finally meet the muddy waterways, we find a completely different kingdom, the hippopotamus. Submerged in the thick, brown waters, they look deceptively calm. But do not be fooled, the hippo is fiercely territorial. Nearby, Africa's lakes offer another breathtaking spectacle. A flock of pink flamingos takes flight, skimming the surface of the emerald green water, creating a living, breathing blanket of pink. As our journey nears its end, we return to the dry heart of the land. A lone ostrich walks across the vast desert, its silhouette a symbol of solitary resilience. Nearby, a herd of oryx stands perfectly still, facing the wind, paying tribute to the ancient land they call home. Every animal we have seen, from the speeding cheetah and the regal lion cub to the desert-dwelling oryx and the synchronized flamingos, is a vital link in a complex, beautiful chain. Finally, a tiny meerkat stands on its hind legs, scanning the sky. Even the smallest creatures play a giant role in this ecosystem. This is Africa, a place of extreme hardships and breathtaking beauty. A world where every sunrise brings a new challenge, and every sunset honors those who survived another day. The eternal wilderness endures, timeless and magnificent.